Hey guys. Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, I made a video about why I love the Insight Timer app, why I love to meditate with that app in particular. And I promised you during that video that I would come back and do another one about why I love the app as a meditation teacher and as a meditation guide. So this is from the other side of things, why you might want to be sharing your meditations on Insight Timer. But also, just if you're a meditator and you happen to use that app, I think this information is really interesting to know anyway, because it's part of why I loved the app from the beginning, even before I was putting my own meditations on there. I just really, really believe in what they're doing as a company. So let's dive in. So the most obvious reason that I would love Insight Timer as somebody who writes my own guided meditations is that it's a place for me to share them, right? What is particularly cool about sharing them on Insight Timer, because as you know on YouTube, I already share my those same meditations I share on my YouTube channel, and you can get to them through their own playlist. So why would I go to the trouble to share them in a secondary place? Well, Insight Timer is a meditation app, so it's specific to people who are wanting to meditate. It is an audience that I want to reach. I have a meditation. I know that the people on that app want meditations. They will appreciate it. They will enjoy it. It's a way to help them. So by putting my meditations there, I'm getting to that target audience. I'm getting to that exact community that I want to reach. And the people who are on that meditation app, while I know they like meditation, I don't know that they're YouTube users. I don't know that they would ever find me on YouTube, but I know if I put my meditations on Insight Timer, that there's a likelihood they will, right, if they're using that app. The other cool thing, and this is true of all social media, you're now reaching a really broad audience because this app is used all over the world. So I can reach people from all across the world who just happen to all have in common that they enjoy meditating. Now they can all find my particular meditations. Okay, the second reason that I love Insight Timer is actually the exact reason that some people I've talked to who have put meditations on there didn't love it at first. So this one might be a little bit controversial, but I love getting feedback. I love hearing directly in the reviews what people loved about the meditation and their real-time suggestions about how I could make my meditations better. Now, this was incredibly helpful to me because when I first started posting meditations on Insight Timer, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing from the perspective of recording sound, editing sound, adding music, and then uploading it, quality resolution, to this app. So from the people who were using the app, they gave very clear and direct instructions on what they thought should be better about my meditations. Now, I make it sound like people are being mean or something, right? They're giving a lot of negative feedback. That actually, even though I'd heard that might be the case, that I should prepare myself for that, I actually haven't experienced more than one or two people just seeming to be negative for the sake of being negative. Every review that I receive is, hey, thank you so much for this meditation. And then sometimes they'll go on to say, next time, could you leave a little bit more time at the end? Next time, could you add such and such? Next time, could you, right? And so I, as somebody who likes to learn and grow, take that and immediately say, I'll go back, I'll listen to the meditation, I'll think, oh, they're totally right. I didn't really give enough space. I gave them an instruction, but not really enough space to do that instruction. And so my bad, next time I'll think about that before finishing out the edit and posting it. So super, super helpful to get the review for that immediate feedback of how I can improve as someone who is creating this product, right? And not just how I can improve, but also how I can continue to do things that they love. So if there's a meditation that I create on a specific topic or a specific kind of meditation, and I get a lot of positive feedback on that one in particular, guess what I'm going to do? Create another one that's like that because they are telling me they enjoy it, it's helpful for them, and they want more. Now, when I first started uploading to Insight Timer, the reason I started creating meditations was because I personally meditate with crystals. my coaching clients, I was sharing with them how to meditate with crystals, but a lot of people have no idea how to begin doing that. And so I thought, well, I could just say, this is how you do it. Or what if I just create meditations that lead you through it? So that was actually the whole point, was to be able to educate on adding crystals into your meditation by creating meditations, right? And so I had no idea if this was a thing that people were going to like. I just really felt called to do it. So then when I uploaded those onto Insight Timer and they did really well, it was a sign that, okay, great. Not only do I feel strongly about this, but there are people out there who want to meditate, who love crystals and are excited to find meditations, particularly combining the two, right? So how to know what to do more of, you get that immediate feedback in the review. And then also, of course, just having people say that you helped them today, that you were a blessing to them, that you helped them to gain clarity, to connect with their highest self, to feel more abundant, to relieve stress. That immediate feedback of being of help to someone just absolutely makes your day. And so being able to upload to Insight Timer, I have discovered, is uploading to a community that is much more vocal than a YouTube community. I get many, many, many more comments through the reviews on Insight Timer than I do on my YouTube videos. So that's not to say there's anything good or bad about that. I just really appreciate that about the Insight Timer users. So if you're watching this and you don't upload meditations to Insight Timer, but you do listen, this is just a note to you. If you're going on there and you're hitting 5 stars, which is super helpful, right, for the person on the other end of that, to give them, to let them know they did a good job, go in and type how that made you feel. Give them that message, because I can promise you it will make their day. And I can also promise you it will help them to know how to continue to create even better meditations for you in the future. All right, so moving on to the third thing. As a meditation teacher, that is part of my brand, ivy+light, my community that I have online to make wellness affordable and accessible for all. So on Insight Timer, when I upload a meditation, it is totally free for you to listen to. Every single one of my meditations on there, all of the other meditations that are on there, they're all totally free. Now, when I first started meditating, that was my speed. Free was the speed that I could afford, right? And so I appreciate that as a listener. But as a teacher, I also super appreciate it because it's getting my meditations into the hands of everyone. It makes them accessible and affordable. There is a way that you can have a membership on Insight Timer. That is so that you can access courses, you can download meditations so that you can listen to them when you're offline. I go into that more in my previous video, so I'll put a little link up there if you want to learn more about membership. But if you're not a member, it's totally free. All the people who are paying memberships, that money is going into a pot that Insight Timer maintains. And of course, it's paying to keep Insight Timer going. But also, that money is distributed to every single person who is uploading those meditations. So the way that it works is based on how many listens you get and based on your interaction with the community. That means reviews left to you and your responses to them, the way that you interact with people. All of that is measured, and then it's divvied up based on, math that says who had the most listens, who had the most interactions, et cetera, et cetera. So it's kind of like an affiliate, having an affiliate program. It's another one of your potential revenue sources as a business owner. So I can upload these meditations. People can listen to them for free, but people can also be members of Insight Timer. And I'm receiving a little bit of money based on how many people are being helped by my meditations. That is incredible. Now that I run a business and I'm growing a brand, I understand the foresight, the passion, the clarity, the purpose behind Insight Timer when they were building it, the way they had to think that through. And there's so few brands, apps, companies that are run that way that I just love, love, love that. So if you are somebody who is using Insight Timer and you have a membership, the money that you are putting into there is going to the people who are creating those meditations for you to listen to. And also, if you don't have the membership, you can still donate. So if you're listening to a meditation and you are just particularly blessed by that, that was just so helpful for you, you can donate like $1, $2, $5 to that person. And you are paying forward with money, right, in an exchange for the energy received to you. So it's a way to bless the person who created that meditation. So all of those things go towards making that a revenue stream for people who run a wellness business. So that is part of why I've created the course that's coming soon. If you're watching this in March of 2021, coming soon. If you're watching this later, probably already exists, but I'm creating a course that is to teach you how to create your own meditations, how to edit them and upload them to the internet at large and Insight Timer in specific, because I want you to be able to have a revenue stream to add to all of your other revenue streams that is just simply blessing people, just simply putting the thing that you can do that can help people, putting it in front of them and making it accessible to them. So that is my third, but I don't know. I think one of my favorite things about Insight Timer, because it just shows me the viewpoint, the worldview behind that app. Okay, so there's kind of like a 4, 5, and 6 here of things that I love. And they're all newer things to the app. So one is the fact that you can go live now on their app. We all know that live events are huge, and particularly starting March of 2020 during lockdown and all of that stuff, everyone had to pivot, right? And you couldn't lead live meditations in person. And so Insight Timer has created this way that you can lead live meditations through their app. Now, another cool thing, and one thing I really appreciate about them, is that, I should have mentioned this at the beginning, not just anybody can post. You have to actually have each meditation that you upload checked by them, approved by them. That means it's quality. That means there's nothing weird in there. That means that it is worthy of being heard by people who are using their app, right? Quality control. So for the lives, there's quality control there too. You actually have to get in line and wait to have a test live meditation with someone from Insight Timer. And then once you've gone through that, they will approve you to do live sessions. So I've been on the waiting list for a while, but by the time I finally got around to signing up, it was a long list. So about mid-March, I'm going to be able to have my live test run, and then I'll be able to do live meditations on the app, which is super exciting because, again, that's another group of people who might not be able to hear you, except that they just see, oh, that Erin is leading a crystal meditation. That sounds really interesting. I would like to check that out. So that's another way for you to interact really immediately one-on-one with this community. So the next thing that kind of goes along with this is courses. So they have where you can actually upload whole courses to the app. They had so many that they closed that down for a while, but it will be open up again soon. And I know a lot of you in my personal community have courses that could either apply here or could be tweaked to apply. So I want you to have that information as we go into the rest of this year, that if that's something you're interested in, teaching meditation or teaching mindfulness or things like that, that you're going to want to pay attention and get on that as soon as they open it back up. So both live and courses are going to be available for you at some point in this year. All right, and then the third new thing is circles. So that is their little community. It's kind of like, imagine WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger combined. So you can have a group of people and you can invite them, or they can come and find you and join your little community, and you can chat with each other. And most importantly, the coolest thing to me is that you can recommend meditations. So all of my favorites I've already put into my circle, and then anybody else can add what they're loving right now. So it's a way that not only you can be scrolling through and finding all of your favorite meditations, but also using other people's experience with the app, what they're loving, and try that out as well too. So it's a great way to boost the community within the community. So if you're on Insight Timer and you have not found me yet, shoot me a message, let's connect, and I will get you into my circle so that we can share our favorite meditations together. And then the final thing that I love as a business owner is that they allow you to let people know how they can find out more about you. So it's not all self-contained within the app. If you want to let people know that, hey, you are a Reiki healer, you are a yoga teacher, you're a mindfulness teacher, make crystal jewelry, whatever it is you want to share, you have a bio and you can put that there and then a link to your website. So this way people can go and find out more about you if they want to. So they're not stuck in the app only knowing that you exist there. If they're interested, they can go follow you elsewhere. So you could put your Instagram there, or if you have a website, you could put your website. But basically, if people are interested enough to want to connect with you more, they can very easily through that link in your bio. So we've got, I'm going to check my notes here. Okay, easy to share my meditations, and they're reaching a wide audience, but also one that I know loves meditations. Get direct feedback with reviews, what I can improve on, what people are loving, what they want to see more of. Help support me as a healer, helps me to have some residual income, and also make my meditations accessible and affordable for other people all at the same time, which is magical. And then ability to do live and courses and build your own communities with circles in there. And then people can also go find you elsewhere and deepen that relationship further. So what questions do you have? If you're already uploading on Insight Timer and you're not utilizing all the things that I've mentioned and you have questions, put those down below. If you've thought about it, but you don't really know where to start, go ahead and leave me a comment below. I will also link you to my waiting list. If you see a link right underneath this video to my waiting list, click on that. If you don't see that link and you see instead how to sign up for the course, that's because the course already exists and you can go ahead and learn more about it. So I'm putting this one together, very simple, very easy, step by step, exactly how I did it and how you can skip over some of the dumb mistakes that I made in terms of editing and the wasting of time trying to figure out the editing process and just go do it. Just have it be easy and have it be high quality from the get-go for you. So guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video today. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please leave me a comment. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do so that you'll know when I post other videos. Ring the little bell. And have a blessed rest of your week. And I'll talk to you guys soon.